Okay, so now that it is installed, we can start it up. Now this took a long time on my computer. It'll take a lot longer in the VirtualBox to get going. Okay, so we click Start. Now, to get your mouse inside there, you need to click the Control button, right control on your keyboard, and the letter I. So hit the right control and I, and then your mouse will appear inside here. Okay, so I'll click Start, and we'll wait for it to go through a little bit here. Okay, now it's asking us to select Wi-Fi. We're going to skip that because we're using VirtualBox and we don't need it. It's going to use NAT that we set up in there. So we can just skip it. I can get my mouse over there. There we go, skip. Okay, it's just giving us a warning like it would on a phone saying that you're going to incur data charges if you don't set up Wi-Fi. Obviously not going to happen in this case, so we'll skip it anyway. Okay, asking us if we have a Google account. So if you have one, click yes. If not, click no, and you can set one up. So I'm going to sign in with my Google account. So just put in your email and your password. And then next. And it's signing in. And select it. It's not going to really work on the computer, but let's just click next here. Okay, and then you set up a credit card. We're not going to do that. So we'll click not now. Okay, and it's showing us our date and time now. So if you don't need a correction here, we'll just click next. We can change this later in the settings anyway. Okay, and then it brings up the name of the account for your tablet. It sees your computer as a tablet now. Okay, so we continue to go through the setup here. Okay, and now we are at the home screen here. So it's giving us some instructions. Okay, let's click OK. Now we can drag our home screen across just by holding the mouse down and dragging. And now let's go into settings. We're going to set a couple things first. Let's go down to display. And then we want to set the timeout for 30 minutes. It says it is, but it may not have stuck. It keeps the screen from going blank on us. Okay, and then next we're going to go to security. Roll down here. And we're going to turn off the slide lock. We're just going to turn security off, so I'll click none. And that'll keep us from having to do the slide lock every time we bring up our install here. Okay, so as you can see, all the settings are in here. You can change them as you see fit in here. Okay, so let's go back to the home screen here. Okay, now let's drag across. Okay, now let's go have a look at our app drawer. Here's all our apps in here. Okay, let's get rid of this warning here. These are just like you get when you first install a tablet. Okay, click OK here and get rid of this. Okay, so a couple things won't work. YouTube isn't going to work from within here. Well, let's go into the Play Store and check it out. It needs updating, so it will update for us at some point. But why don't we go and we'll go in here and we'll install an app to check out how the install works. So apps. Let's just pick one in here to install and see how it works. I guess just this one. Okay, click install. Now we'll wait for it. There we go. It's downloading. And installing. All right, let's go and open it up. So into the app door here. There it is. Now, one more thing that you need to know is that you need to change one thing in the virtual machine. All right, so let's close the virtual machine. So if I click on the exit button here, okay, now we need to change something in VirtualBox so it doesn't try and reinstall it the next time we come into it. So click on Settings once you get back to here. And then we need to go down to Storage. Click up here under Controller IDE, and then we're going to trash it. Okay, and then down here, click this one, remove the attachment. Remove. Okay, so that is now going to keep it from trying to reinstall the next time we start it up. Okay, so let's start it up. Otherwise, it'll go through the install process all over again. So let's just start it up here. It looks a little different when it starts up. It has a few commands on the front. It might give a couple errors, but it does come up properly once it launches. Okay, so starting the virtual machine. Okay, and it'll just select the first one by itself. Okay, so as you see, there's an error there, but don't worry about that. All right, so as you see, it's now starting the install process, and it'll take a minute to come up here. But since we deleted that DVD file, the ISO, it's now going to start up. Okay, so here we are on the Android screen. We just wait for it to get to where we are at the start screen, and it's all set. Okay, so that's it. You now know how you can install Android on your computer and test it out.